Yo, what's going on YouTube? Ricky Tellington back with another video. In today's video, we got the postseason playoff predictions. Yes, the 2025 postseason playoff predictions after the wild card series round. We got the AL, we got the division series, we have the championship series, and then we have the World Series. So without further ado, let's get into the predictions. First series we got is between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. So the Los Angeles Dodgers just whooped the Cincinnati Reds in the wild card round. And not gonna lie, as a Phillies fan, I'm gonna put my bias aside and I'm gonna say I'm scared. I'm scared because the Dodgers look really good on the offensive side. And with Yamamoto and Ohtani, bullpen arms, all that, I think they do have the pieces to make it back to the World Series. And with our pitching a little banged up a little bit, some bullpen arms like Alvarado, he's not able to pitch in the postseason. I just don't know how our hitting is going to hold up too. I mean, that's what's going to set us apart is our hitting. The Dodgers are a good hitting team as well. So overall, I think the winner of this could actually go to the World Series, if not win it. But I did read that no World Series champion has ever had, I think, 3 lefties in the rotation is what I think I saw. So we have Sanchez, Ranger, and Luzardo. If you have those 3, and you have to have Nola, I mean, not having Wheeler really sucks. I'm going to be honest. Not having Wheeler really sucks. And I think Sanchez could take game 1, but it's going to be really hard to win out there in games 3 and 4. And with the last few postseason runs for the Phillies, they've seen the collapse at home. So I'm actually going to put my bias aside. I'm actually going to say that the Dodgers might take this in 5 games. Moving on next, we have our first NLDS matchup between the Tigers and the 2-seeded Seattle Mariners. Wow, this is going to be another great series. I mean, the Tigers just got a gutsy series win between the Cleveland Guardians. A really gritty, small ball type of Guardians team. And they got past them. I thought, honestly, they were about to lose. There was a lot of tight games. The 3 games that they played were very tight. A lot of low-scoring games until the Tigers ended up taking over in Game 3 and ended up just taking the series winning as a whole. But Skubal looks absolutely insane right now. 14 Ks from Skubal in Game 1. I mean, dude is electric. I'm going to say that he's going to be dominant in their Game 1 as well in the ALDS. But I think Seattle's got what it takes to win this year. I really do. Brian Wu, very fantastic pitcher. He might go toe-to-toe with Skubal. If he doesn't, then maybe Skubal takes the edge by a little bit. But I think Mariners might have a little bit more of a pitching depth than the Tigers do. And it's going to be at home in Seattle most of the time. And I think that the Mariners fans, they're saying this is their year. This is their year. And even though the Tigers did make out the series win and the bye has seemed to hurt teams in this playoff format in years past, I just have a feeling about the Mariners. I just really have a feeling about the Mariners. Cal Raleigh, unbelievable season. I think the Mariners get this done in 5 games as well. I think this series could go to 5 games. Next up, we have the NLDS again. We have the Cubs going up against the 1-seed Milwaukee Brewers. Now, this series is going to be really good. Really good. I mean, the Brewers obviously are the best team in baseball in the regular season at least. They have the pieces to win the World Series. That can't be denied. I mean, with the lack of postseason maybe success, I mean, they blew it last year against the Mets. One Pete Alonso home run literally just lost them the wild card. So and then the Cubbies also grinding it out between the Padres, who are also a good club. I don't know if I can see the Brewers really moving on. So I actually think Okay, so it actually looks like Cade Horton is on the IL. So Cade Horton had a very fantastic rookie season. Didn't pitch in the wild card game at all. So that actually affects the Cubbies. And honestly, that actually affects my whole entire take. So whatever I just said, or I don't even know if it will make it on here, but I did say that the Cubbies will win in 4 games. And with them being hurt, and it says now that he's likely out through the NLDS, it's just going to be tough. I think Milwaukee might actually just take that now in 4 games. That just completely shifted my entire take. I did not know that he was on the IL. So with Cade Horton and being on the IL, I mean, the Cubs are still a great team. It very well could be the Cubbies. It very well could be Milwaukee. This is going to be a great series. But I think the Brewers can get it done now with Cade Horton aside. And I think they do have a lot of bigger depth pieces and bigger bats, bigger pitching now overall. And yeah, Milwaukee gets it done. Now we got, I think, is going to be the World Series participant for the AL right here. The Yankees and the Blue Jays. Now the Blue Jays have been the best AL team of the regular season. That isn't argued at all. The Blue Jays have been great. The Yankees just came off another gritty series win against the Red Sox, where we saw a rookie pitcher from them too just shoved against the Red Sox in Game 3, 11 Ks. I mean, it is crazy, but this is the Blue Jays year. It's the Blue Jays year, man. They have home field advantage, obviously. They got Toronto, the whole country, rallied behind them. And the Yankees losing Game 1, I think in the wild card, sucks, but I think that honestly, like, the Red Sox kind of choked a little bit. And with them, you're not going to get a performance like that in Game 3 and, like, win the entire series here in the ALDS. Like, you're going to have to win one more game after that in order to win the series. So with that being in place, I do think that the Yankees will make it close, but Blue Jays, they get this in 4 games. This is the Blue Jays year, man. Blue Jays in 4. Or no, I said Dodgers, my bad. Moving on, that we have in the NLCS, in my predictions this year, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Milwaukee Brewers. And honestly, again, with what the Dodgers, in my eyes, just did in the wild card and what they possibly could do in the NLDS, I think they continue to ride that wave, which we have seen other playoff teams do. They ride that wave of being hot in the playoffs, and that ultimately either has gotten them to the World Series or eventually has made them win the World Series. So you have to peak at the right time. The Dodgers, I mean, they were always just right there, just right above like that 2 seed, 3 seed, maybe even 4 seed, but they got the 3 seed. And yeah, now they're peaking at the right moment. I mean, I don't even know if Cincinnati even deserved that playoff spot. Maybe even the Mets could have been a better opponent for the Dodgers there in the wild card series, but Dodgers are looking like the clear favorite against that matchup in my eyes. I mean, the Brewers, yeah, they're the 1 seed. They look really good in the regular season, but have they had recent playoff magic? No, they've never won a World Series. So I don't think they don't know what it takes to win a World Series. The Dodgers do, on the other hand. They won it just last year. So they know how to win in the postseason, and they have the guys that could win the postseason. So I'm going to take the Dodgers here in 6 games. Moving on in my predictions, we have the ALCS. In my eyes, will be the Seattle Mariners versus the Blue Jays. And you may be thinking, great, this guy just put the 1-2 seeds. He didn't even put any thought around it. But, I mean, those teams are and have been the best teams in the AL. You can't argue that the Mariners haven't been one of the best teams in the AL. I mean, they won their division by a decent margin, and they have possibly the MVP on their team. They have great starting pitching. They have a great closer out of the pen. I mean, they have a great center fielder, even though he's had a down year. They had traded for a piece. They have Suarez. They traded for him. I mean, that's a great trade deadline pickup. I mean, they did all the right things in order to be a playoff team. So I don't see how they couldn't be in the World Series or they couldn't win the ALCS. But one team stands in their way, and that's the Toronto Blue Jays. And the only way the Blue Jays don't make it to the World Series is if they beat themselves. And in this case, I think that might happen. Blue Jays, I think, might think of this a little bit out of their heads, and they might just crumble in the moment of the pressure of getting back to the World Series. And I think that might be too much. And I think the Mariners ride that wave of them collapsing under the pressure. And I do think that overall, they have the better pitching. They have the better closing pitching as well, which is crucial in this postseason runs. As a Phillies fan, I would know. Craig Kimbrell, I'm looking at you. But yeah, I think the Mariners honestly keep riding the wave of being one of the best teams in the AL. I think Cal Riley comes out as honestly the ALCS MVP and shows why he should be the actual MVP of the AL. And Mariners to the World Series. I want to see the Mariners. If the Phillies don't win, I want to see the Mariners win the World Series. So Mariners to the World Series. They are the AL champs 2025. In the World Series, we have what could be a great 2025 World Series. We have my predictions: the Seattle Mariners versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, the Mariners have, in my opinion, they have the better pitching. I mean, Ohtani, is he going to pitch full game? I don't know. Yamamoto looked pretty good, solid the other night. Well, is he better than Gilbert or Brian Wu? I don't know. I don't think so. But the Dodgers have the hitting to back it up. I mean, 1 through 9, they completely destroyed Cincinnati Reds and looked like they were going to ride that high into the NLDS, and I think they ride it through the rest of the playoffs. And yeah, I think the Dodgers could take this and be back-to-back World Series champion. But one thing is standing in their way, and that is being able to go back-to-back, which in this sport hasn't happened since the 1998 and 1999 Yankees. So nobody in this century has gone back-to-back yet. So could the Dodgers be the first one to do that? Yes. But again, history in this decade in this era of baseball hasn't been that way. It hasn't been familiar for them. So will that be? I don't know. So with that facts being in my mind, I think the Mariners actually could get their first World Series championship. Brian Wu could pitch a shutout in the first game of the World Series. Mark that down. Wu could dominate the Dodgers in Game 1. Gilbert could throw a good Game 2. Dodgers could take Game 3, 4, maybe even 5. And then those two come back to win 6 and 7. Look, don't do that. 6-7. Don't do that. But yeah, I mean, the Mariners could end up winning their first World Series championship in 7, which I think they will do. So, in my 2025 playoff predictions, I have 2025 World Series champions, and with their first World Series championship, the Seattle Mariners win it in 7 games. Yes, Seattle wins in 7 games, 4-3 against the Los Angeles Dodgers, with the World Series MVP being Cal Riley. Cal Riley wins World Series MVP, as he carries the Mariners to their first World Series championship and proves why he should be the MLB AL MVP for the year. I mean, this is the Mariners' year, and like I said, the facts are the facts. No team in this century has ever gone back-to-back, and that is something to take into account. And in this century, there has been, and in this century, you could actually even say the White Sox winning their first one in this century in 2005, the Boston Red Sox ending an 86-year drought, winning their first one in 2004, the Giants winning their first one in 2010 after a long wait since 1954, Phillies capturing the first one since 1980, being in 2008, Kansas City Royals winning their first one since 1985, and the Houston Astros, with an asterisk, winning their first one in 2017. So, this has been the century of new winners. Granted, the Mariners have never even won one, and all these teams have won one in the past. It's just they haven't recently won one. You never know. Again, you never know. Not winning in very, very, very long, you forget how to win in the postseason. But with this, the Mariners, I think, find a way to figure out how to win in the postseason and eventually win their first ever World Series championship. And I believe that truly. Mariners in 7. Let's go. Mariners in 7, baby. Let's go over the Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, guys, that has been my playoff predictions. I'm so happy to make this video. It's been, I think I actually found my love back for content creation. I've thought about what to do, and I think this is the kind of content I need to be making. I think I could create other kind of content with, maybe start a series of myself getting back into playing, which is the men's league. You know, like I have in my alumni game in the few weeks. I could create the, you know, mini journey series with that, getting back to dominating, or not dominating, but just getting back to playing in that alumni game and seeing myself work to grind for that, just that one game. Yes, it doesn't mean anything, but it means something to me personally that I could still play. So yeah, I could do that, and I could do more of those Alek Manoah videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much. This has been Ricky Templeton with another video. More videos to come. I promise this time, more videos to come. Thank you guys. Leave a like, comment down below, and as always, subscribe. We just hit 1K on the channel. Thank you guys so much. I've been waiting for that moment, so thank you guys so very much. This has been Ricky Templeton again. Peace out, guys.